Hello everyone, welcome to MMA Wired. During UFC 274, Michael Chandler delivered a devastating kick knocking Tony Ferguson out. After winning, Michael Chandler said he had his sights on the lightweight title and Conor McGregor. Will we get to see Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor? What happened during Michael Chandler's bout against Tony Ferguson? Why is Conor McGregor roasting Tony Ferguson? Stick around to the end and we've got you covered. UFC 274 witnessed a spectacular fight between Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson. Chandler was coming from a 2-fight-long losing streak. He delivered a killer front kick to Ferguson's chin and knocked Tony Ferguson out in the second round. In an interview with Joe Rogan, Michael Chandler stated that he wanted a rematch against either Justin Gaethje or Charles Oliveira.
All that pretty quick. I think we're good. Listen, I'm ready to come back. The main event. There is not one MMA fan on the planet that doesn't want to see me rematch you, Charles, or rematch you, Justin Gaethje. A rematch of Fight of the Year 2021. 5 rounds for the UFC lightweight title. Enjoy.
So, at present, the lightweight championship is up for grabs after Charles Oliveira failed at his weigh-in. Michael Chandler may be gunning for this title. Michael Chandler also stated that he is now ready to become part of the main event. Even if someone else was given a shot at the lightweight title, he wanted to take on a big name like Conor McGregor. He stated that he wanted to face McGregor at his best and baddest.
Momentary lapse of judgment, and they give this title shot to someone else. I got one dude on my mind. Conor McGregor, you gotta come back and fight somebody. I am the most entertaining lightweight on the planet, but I want to up the stakes, Conor.
The 36-year-old has the right idea in calling out McGregor. It's a guaranteed big money fight and will give him the right to a shot at the title. With Conor McGregor looking to make a comeback after being out for the better part of a year, there are many who are gunning to take him on. However, McGregor has yet to finalize a date for his UFC return. Now, McGregor congratulated Michael Chandler on his win and stated he would love to fight him someday. He said that would be a fireworks spectacle. McGregor has bulked up quite a bit during his timeout and may find it challenging to come down to lightweight very quickly. Reports indicate that he has set sights on the current UFC welterweight champion, Kamaru Usman. Now let's look at what happened during the UFC 274 bout between Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson. Ferguson had a solid first round, but 17 seconds into the second round, he was struck by a front kick from Chandler. This kick sent Ferguson crashing face down. Ferguson remained motionless for several minutes. Though he eventually managed to get up and sit on the stool, he was disoriented. It was just a second knockout of Ferguson's career and the first time he'd been rendered completely unconscious. So this victory was significant for Michael Chandler. After joining UFC in 2020, his only other win was during his promotional debut against Dan Hooker at UFC 257. He faced off against longtime veteran Charles Oliveira for the vacant UFC lightweight championship while headlining UFC 262 and lost the fight via technical knockout early in the second round. In UFC 268, he faced former UFC interim lightweight champion Justin Gaethje and lost the bout via unanimous decision. While talking about his victory, Chandler stated that he didn't even train that much. In addition, he said he didn't practice the front kick that led to his KO. He never imagined that he would land such a devastating strike. Media reports tell us that though he trains under Dutch kickboxing legend Henri Hooft, Michael Chandler doesn't like throwing front kicks because he was concerned about getting his feet hurt in training. He stated, "I don't know if I saw it in the moment. My body just moved, foot to face and a couple of backflips." Now let's look at what happened to Tony Ferguson after the event. Ferguson was taken to the hospital and a CT scan was conducted to detect any immediate brain damage. Officials stated that the CT scans were negative. Apart from his injuries, Tony Ferguson will also be tending to his bruised ego. Ferguson has also been struggling in the ring for the past 2 years. Before taking on Michael Chandler, he had lost to Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, and Beneil Dariush. So Tony Ferguson has 4 straight losses over the past 2 years. In addition, during the pre-fight media day, Ferguson stated that he was taking the bout against Michael Chandler seriously. He also called Chandler Dana White's boy and said that he was ready to kick his behind. He then went on to bring up the issue of fighters' pay. He stated that UFC fighters were underpaid. Now, Dana White has recently made statements saying that he thought boxers were overpaid. He stated that in boxing, the prize pools available for big money events were too high and there wasn't enough money to go around. At the same time, UFC had established a system where every fighter got paid and even journeymen were doing well. So Tony Ferguson responded to these comments by saying that he was happy to box and that when he asked Dana White for permission to appear in boxing matches, it was denied to him. Ferguson then upped the ante by stating that Dana White was acting like a drug dealer, telling him what he could and could not do. For him, it was only about making more money for his family. Let's now look at Dana White's reaction. Dana White has remained relatively calm even after these uncharitable remarks. After the fight, White said that in his book, Tony Ferguson was still one of the top 10 guys. Ferguson looked good until he was caught by Michael Chandler. The only thing that Ferguson had to do was to take some time out to recover. On the other hand, Conor McGregor has not kept quiet. Though McGregor was on his new Lamborghini yacht in the south of France, he was watching the fight and was in a good mood to throw some shade. So McGregor stated that Tony Ferguson was always blaming other people for his mistakes. He kept changing his representation every now and then and burning bridges with people in the scene. McGregor added that it was perhaps time for Ferguson to introspect and find out if he was really the issue. After the fight, Conor McGregor went on to roast Tony Ferguson. He compared Ferguson's face when he was being knocked out to a McDonald's chicken nugget. He stated that during the pre-fight media day, Ferguson had some great nuggets of wisdom to give to the media, but during the fight, he was turned into a chicken nugget. McGregor went a step further, stating that if someone pulled that out of a McDonald's takeaway bag, they would dip it in sauce and eat it. So it seems like Conor McGregor has followed his signature no mercy style and has roasted Tony Ferguson. However, most of these tweets have since been deleted. Other fighters expressed more neutral opinions. They were just excited to see a good fight which would make a great highlights reel. Even Michael Chandler didn't gloat about the victory and wished Tony Ferguson a speedy recovery. Chandler stated that he respected Ferguson since he had helped build the lightweight division. And that's a wrap. It seems like the future is bright for Michael Chandler and he may be given a swing at the lightweight title. What are your thoughts on the way Michael Chandler knocked out Tony Ferguson? Is Conor McGregor being too harsh on Tony Ferguson? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.